But the Lakeshore Drive was all night.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
No one wants to go out tomorrow or over the week. We should call the meeting of January 22nd to order. Please rise and say the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Has everyone had a chance to take a look at the November 25th minutes? Any changes, deletions, additions, or comments? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Show the voice count, approves the minutes. Takes us to elections of officers. It is my privilege to nominate Mr. Kowalski for president and to continue Joel as vice president of the board.
I will second that.
Call the roll, please, Madam Secretary.
Joel Carney, okay. Okay, Member Ackerman,
Yes.
Member Riley,
Yes.
Member Owens,
Yes.
Member Carney,
Yes.
and President James Kowalski.
I'm gonna abstain.
You could vote on the vice.
Let the record show I'm handing the new president the gavel. And let him continue with the meeting.
Okay, we have to elect a secretary. And we need a nomination for our secretary of this year, which Gail has been in the past. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a
I will
second?
second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor of it, please signify by saying aye to retain Miss Gale as our secretary for
Aye.
2026.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, we have one preliminary hearing today. Gail, would you be so kind to read that? You've been doing such a good job at doing that. And I think you need to continue that.
Okay. We have GNS Petroleum LLC requesting a developmental standard variance to construct a 20-foot wide addition on the north side of the existing building where only 3 feet of the side street setback is available. Where the ordinance requires 20 feet of a setback, therefore a variance of 17 feet for a side street setback. And this is petition 2601.
Okay, thank you, Gail. I see Mr. Babcock is here. Would you like to present your petition to the board at this time, Mr. Babcock?
If I could, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir.
It's GNS Petroleum LLC. Amar Sangha is here as a member. The building for most of us, Phillips 66 gas station, south end of town, is the location that we're talking about. It's both a gas station and a convenience store. They would like to build a 20 by 36 addition on the north end. Okay. The way it's structured currently, that's our side yard. And we have side street requirement of 20 feet. We'll make some presentations and you'll see our drawing. The distance from this proposed addition to the curb and gutter north is quite substantial. Most of the time when I do side street issues, usually it has to do with how does that affect traffic from that perspective there. And I think you'll see in our testimony when the time comes, it wouldn't. Just so you know, the tax record card says the building was built in 1988. It's about 37 years ago. In about 2008, the town came up with the South Calumet Improvement Project. from that perspective. And the people who were owners at the time participated in working with the town to sell about 3/10 of an acre on the north side to help with the development. My people buy it in 2017, are working it, would like to get some more retail space. So the addition's going to house some coolers, bathroom, office. Gives us a chance to open up. If you've been there, there's a set of coolers on the west side. That we can get it back and out. They're also going to put new flooring in to make the whole thing match from that perspective there. So we've got some improvements to make. It'll generate a little bit more property taxes from that perspective. They hope to increase that retail space, maybe get a little bit away from how dense it is in there. If you've been there, it can be kind of dense. So it gives them that opportunity there. As Gail had read to you, we're looking at 17 feet of request, leaving us approximately 3.5 feet to the edge of our property line. I have told the staff I did not have any renderings to give them, but it is going to be a flat roof. If you're familiar with the site, there's an air conditioning unit on pad, and they're going to get it up, put it on top from that perspective there. And I told Mark that we probably could only have a 5-inch gutter, so he doesn't get too excited about how close we are to that lot line, because we have to count the gutter. We do have areas out there, if you've seen the drawings, where we've got storm inlets from that perspective there. So I'd ask you, if you've got specific items that you need for us to get before the next meeting, be happy to do it. Amar's here if you've got a specific question. The next meeting you guys are looking at is a February 26th meeting. So I'd ask you to consider putting us on the agenda for public hearing. And again, be happy to answer what questions you might have.
Thank you, Mr. Babcock. Council, any input?
I don't have any comments. The petition appears to be in order that you could set it for public hearing.
Okay. Mark and Matt, please.
We talked to Greg. I mean, concern we have would be renderings to see what this building is going to look like. It is a South Calumet business district. If he's just adding side of the building, from the standpoint of architectural feature, but also we need to see the gutter. We do need dimensions. Greg provided us a survey today, so we at least have that. But the other issue is the addition. Make sure you'll have to have public restrooms, male and female, brought up to ADA code for this renovation. So that'll have to be part of this project. They're currently not, so that'll be part of this to make sure. That's why we'd like to see some drawings before you would go and approve just an addition and not have any idea what they're doing.
Well, I think that's been well received by both of you. Matt, you have anything?
Nope.
Okay. And there's a lot of consideration.
Yeah.
And I understand what they're talking about, the ADA. Okay, let's get to the board decision. Joel, anything?
No, I've been by there 1,000 times, and I drove by there again because I had never paid particular attention to that piece of land. And after looking at the drawing and things, I don't have any
Do you
questions
remember
that come to
who owned
mind.
that property years back when they had the fruit market there?
Yeah.
That's probably 35 years ago, though.
Yeah.
Fred?
So my only concerns were similar to Mark's, right? I wanted to see, right, more detail on what's being done, right? Like, I think the look is important. Isn't there standards for the South Calumet district? Wasn't there some, or
It's not architectural.
But-
They didn't, they asked for it for when people do remodel. You've seen some of the buildings down there.
but where there's only one exit shown on the plan, right, in and out, right? I know there's going to be another exit. I was just wondering where it would be. And I would like to see some more how that's going to fit. I know this is a unique lot, right? And so normally I would be like 3 foot, no way. But I know this is a special lot. It's really not 3 feet, but it's still important to see just kind of what the floor plan looks like and with that.
The other comment I forgot is we do need to look at parking.
Yeah.
As you increase the building size, additional parking may be required. And so I.
Yep.
you know,
That was my other thought, right? Because we have five spaces, one ADA space, right? Do you need,
I think we showed seven. I think we showed seven, Fred, but and if you don't have that, I'll make sure that you have.
no, it shows 7, but I'm assuming those are existing though, right? You have 7
Right.
existing, right?
Those
So
are
you,
existing.
I assume there's 7 existing, but when you increase the square footage, right, there's a chart you may have
Yeah,
to.
well, yep, if I could address the. We also have to look, when we look at that definition, some of the things that you do with that space don't require more parking. In other words, there are some of our uses, total square footage, other uses that you talk about, bathroom, office, they're not considered as part of the parking requirement.
I would say I would need to see more detail about it beside the box so we can make, that rendering. About what you plan
You
on
mean,
using.
you mean in term, Fred, in terms of sizes?
Yeah, like right now it's a box, right? But if it's all retail, right,
No, it's not gonna be, that's why I
so
said.
that's why I'm saying I need.
Okay,
to
so
see
you would
something
like to
more.
see kind of a breakdown,
Even just,
a floor plan of what we might have in there.
yeah, just so we can see, as Mark said, there's bathrooms, there's other things, just to see, you're gonna need
Sure.
another, I would think you'd also need another exit out of there as well, too, where that's gonna be and which way it's gonna lead and those, just some more detail on it.
Okay,
There was nothing that showed 7 parking spaces. I'm not sure what you're referencing. We didn't.
I turned in,
It is on this one,
I
this
turned
show,
in
yeah.
a drawing that referenced the parking spaces.
There's nothing that shows 7. But just
Should
look
have been one from.
It was a small one, it was,
This is hard to find. Yeah.
that is.
In the middle of the,
Yeah.
Got 2 here.
One of the employees usually parks right there, so we'll have to take that into account too.
Yeah.
Typically in this retail, like, it's usually just gross area. It's not, they don't take out bathrooms, so we'll take it.
I didn't think so either, right? That's why I asked
Okay,
petitioner to look at that. I understand there's 7, but look at that with the space and it would be nice to see what's there and if you had any renderings about what it would look like.
And the
Yeah.
ADA will have to be updated. That's a critical. There's ADA into the gas station. When you do a remodel,
the entrance.
the entrance, yes.
Any input, Joe?
yeah, well, that was just kind of along, my lines. I think I'd just, be interested to know, what the space is going to be used for, whether, it's just going to be primarily retail, if there's any specific, product lines that, they're selling when they want more space to, have more of that. Just some of those details I think would be helpful.
Anything
Real quick,
else?
another one would be, Alex worked with Speedway on Indian Boundary for the ADA access. So if you want, your client want to look at that, they've upgraded their entrance.
The front door
The
entrance.
front door to meet the ADA requirements.
Okay.
It's kind of what they'll probably have to do here. So Speedway on Indian Boundary.
On Indian boundary.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
the
by
speed,
the-
not the speedway in Calumet.
Yeah, the one by Aldi and Jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Aldi and Jewel there.
On the east side.
Mr. Riley?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the same documentation that we've already discussed
Okay.
to see. I have no objection to the concept.
I would like to see, the same kind of plan that everybody else is. The layout, I would like
So-
to see actually, believe it or not, what the building is gonna look like. I mean, are you going to change anything with the rest of the structure? Or is that all going to be the same?
I believe the exterior that we have there is gonna stay the same.
Just the front part face and make it look better,
The front of it.
front, yeah.
But you anticipate that the building that you're proposing is gonna match
Yes.
the color and style that you currently have?
It will all look like, it's gonna look really nice. when you-
Like one building? Okay.
It's gonna look like a new building.
Yeah.
It's gonna look-
But if we have any items like that, I'll try to get that for you.
Mark brought up about ADA. Okay. Are those bathrooms gonna be accessible to the public? Will they be in the inside or from the outside, say,
No.
like Speedway.
Inside for public.
Inside, you have to come in the store,
Okay.
then you hope you buy
One more
something.
thing. When I go in there, is there more than one exit or is there just one?
The current store?
Yeah.
There's just one.
One exit.
Yeah.
Well, according to state plan, isn't it the law states you have to have at least two?
There's a lot of rules on it, so it's one, typically if it's underneath 49, the occupancy is underneath 49, the occupancy load.
We are talking about the building.
Building exit?
Yeah.
There's two.
We have a two right now.
Yeah, but it's not accessible to the public.
Not for public, but
Do you have exit signs on it and everything in case?
only one we have exit on there.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
we'll look,
The front.
that's part of this we can look at with.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is, if you're gonna do it, you have to make certain situations where you comply. Even if that exit is not open to the public. If there's a fire or something, you have to have an exit sign, even though you don't use it. I mean, there's a lot of, and you need to look at that. And if you can give us anything like that, that'll help us.
We have two exit doors.
According to Mark, I don't know. He'll talk to you
Yeah, we'll
about
look
that.
at it with Greg and then.
He'll
we'll
look
through and
at it. I just want you to be informed,
Yeah,
and
that's
it would be nice to have,
That would be an exit door.
you know, kind of
There's the exit
what
sign
you're
on
gonna
it.
actually do there. You know, I've seen so many people where they wanna add on to a building or something, and it's like they just put a freezer, and I know you're not saying that, but I've seen it where somebody wants to add on, and what do? They put a little freezer out there, and it,
Where you get all these additions that
Something like
look
this.
different and,
Project it
you know.
out.
you know, and the town spent a lot of money on South Calumet.
Yeah,
And we'd like to keep it that way.
Mhm.
And you're part of it, so anything you do to enhance your structure and everything, it's better for you. And that's all I have. Okay, moving forward. Is there any other comments from board members before we decide if you want to set this for a public hearing or what, Fred?
I think, great, so I know we as the BZA, right, we're commenting on the 3 feet versus 20 feet setback,
Yeah.
right? So that's what we're talking about. I know Mark has, that's why I don't know that we can, but we do want more details. I think those can be presented
Or in advance.
in advance. I don't know, Mark, if you wanted that to be held up to see it. I don't
Well, we
think
can
that's
We can
necessary.
work for the public hearing, but we need to get it in advance.
Yeah, so, but as long as that,
What is this middle date? Sorry.
This is an early meeting this
Yeah.
month and next month's late, so you got
So-
some extra time.
Probably
Yeah.
probably, I think it's the
The ninth,
9th,
February
and then
9th.
the additional material would be on the 19th.
The 16th.
16th, I'm sorry.
Yep.
No, yeah, 9.
16?
Yeah, the additional, in other words, we're 17 days up. If we need to do more things, you've got another 10-day window to turn it in before it gets to the packets.
And you're gonna talk to the building department with your clients.
It's probably a good idea.
Aye.
They also have hired Bob Nixick from Giannini's. He can work, we can get him to work on that floor plan
Well, that'd be
for the
great.
addition. And then
Anything you
I
can get
showed
the
Mark,
board.
there's a proposed exit. The question is whether or not the public can get to it on the north side in one of the drawings. But again, I didn't do the drawing, so I'll get with him and make sure that that's what it's proposing to do. And it's reachable.
Yes.
Mark was worried that maybe it's behind the counter. Well, that makes it a little harder to be reachable.
Yeah.
From that perspective then.
Okay, Fred, you brought that up and everything. Would you be willing to make that motion?
yeah, I move we set this for a public hearing at our next scheduled meeting, which is February 26th.
Okay, we have a
2026.
motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a motion. We have a second. Secretary, call the roll, please.
Member Ackerman,
Yes.
Member Riley,
Yes.
Member Owens,
Yes,
Member Carney,
Yes.
and President Kowalski.
Yes, you have a public hearing.
All right, thank you very
See
much.
next month, gentlemen. Okay. Moving along here, we have no public hearings. Okay, old business. Can you bring us up to date on that?
Yeah, so we've had another stakeholder meeting in December, right? That was December, was it? So last month, we did have a stakeholder meeting. It was really good. They've been out, they were out at the Mistletoe Market, which was December 6th, I believe, before the Christmas party. So they're trying to get more input, right? They've solicited more surveys, thank you. And so they're trying to gather more data. And that's kind of where we're at, right? I'm assuming there's going to be more stakeholder meetings and some other things as they're preparing data.
So
But-
what you're saying is you're pushing forward
Yep, so we
and you're
just,
trying to get as much input as you get, which is fine.
Yep.
Any input from other board members?
The ultimate document, it'll be issued as a draft. Does that draft get circulated then for input or approval or commentary?
Well, there'll be a public hearing. You'll have to.
there will be public hearings for it. I mean, is there going to be an advanced draft? I don't know about that. I think it's got to be held in a public hearing, right? Because,
Yeah.
but I'm sure we'll be following the laid out process.
But the thing is, you'll keep us updated.
Absolutely.
But it is a complex document, so it would take you a while to review it, if you were so inclined.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
what you've been working with the people that are doing all
American
the
Structural
research.
Point, yep.
Yeah. I know with the Plan Commission, we talked before about there's certain things that we already have and we're more or less kind of trying to fine tune, not just, Fred will tell you more, not go over the same thing as repetition. We're just trying to build on what we all have before to be cost effective, if I'm right.
Somewhat, yep.
Yeah.
But we're hoping to get new data and we're hoping to look at things differently. I think it'll be really good when we're done. But we're trying to gather as much input and opinions from the public so we can do a really good job.
Okay, thanks, Fred.
Sounds great.
Very good. Any new business, gentlemen? Mark, anything? Matt? Council? Counselor? No? Okay. Miscellaneous, any miscellaneous? Well, then I call for an adjournment, if that's all.
Yep. Move to adjourn?
We have a motion.
Second?
We have a motion. We are second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Congratulations.
Meetings adjourned.
First meeting in our new.
New,
Yeah.
new
I
surroundings.
wish we could.
It is very beautiful.